In this video, we'll discuss how your facial features point to specific styles of exercise that are most optimal for you. Enjoy. In this week's video, we're going to focus on your facial features in relation to the exercise rhythms that are most optimal for you. So this is a piece of face reading that's often overlooked. We talk a lot about personality expression in my videos and whatnot, and while that's important in terms of social interaction, in understanding others and navigating your own personal life terrain, you also have to understand that your facial features are also going to point to how you should exercise styles or rhythms that are going to be most optimal for you given the features on your face. So that being said, I'm going to talk about this topic very broadly and loosely. There's a lot of nuance to this topic, and if you have questions or would like to dive deeper into this, please reach out for a face reading consultation. I work with people around this very thing all the time. If you do want a face reading, go to omnihealthandlifestyle.com, go down to my contact section, send me a message, and I'm happy to work with you. So to start, let's talk about fire features. So fire features are characterized by pointy features of any kind, okay? And when we see dominant wrinkling in the face when someone smiles. So pointy features are pointy eyebrows, pointy inner or outer edges of the eye, a pointy nose, a pointy chin, the cupid's bow at the top of the mouth. Anything where you see points, if you're seeing a lot of points on the face, and some people do have more than others, know that you are strong in the fire element. And as such, you're going to want to play to things like dance and expressive and artistic movement. So things that are quick moving and adaptable and emotionally expressive, that's going to be very good for the fire face or the fire features. Now the next one is earth. Earth is characterized by plump, supple features and fleshy features, in particular, a big mouth or a fleshy mouth or like big lips. That's all earth related. And what's going to be really good in terms of exercise, earth style exercise, is going to be things like steady state cardio, long walks, cycling, and lightweight in terms of strength training for long periods of time. That's going to be very conducive for the earth featured people. Now the next one is metal. Metal is characterized by broad, open, clean features with minimal wrinkling. So when you see like big open spaces with not a lot of interruption, this is all metal. So metal people really need to focus on breathing, structured breath work in particular. Now you might not see that as a form of exercise, but breathing is the foundation for movement and our physiology. So knowing how to breathe well for the metal person is very important. So structured things like the Wim Hof breathing method, deep, slow diaphragmatic breathing, Qigong breathing, anything along those lines, and then exercising in aesthetically pleasing places. Maybe that's outdoors in a beautiful nature scenic, maybe that's in your backyard, maybe that's in your garage that you've just structured nicely and don't have a lot of clutter. But metal people usually need some element of beauty in their exercise routine to be consistent. Now, water features. This is usually characterized by what they call soft features. There's a soft countenance to the face. They just look kind of at ease and calm, but they also usually have large ears and a broad forehead. So if you have those features and you're seeing that, water sports and exercise, hence the water element, is going to be good for you. So anything relating to the water, swimming, doesn't really matter, but just being in the water. And then things like Tai Chi and Qigong, which are aligned with watery movements. Okay, all of the soft movements that we see in Tai Chi are designed to increase the fluids, the fluid movement and the fluid compression inside the body. So that kind of stuff is going to be very good, as well as low impact exercise. Things like the elliptical at the gym work, but that soft, relaxed, refined exercise is going to be good for the water featured people. And then wood, if you're seeing a strong chiseled jaw, big eyebrows, and basically chiseled features of any kind, when we see those hard lines, that's all wood energy, and you're looking at high intensity exercise, heavy weight training, and anything that builds sizable muscle mass. And you want to think quick explosive exercise, things like boxing. That's all going to be wood related. So again, there's a lot of nuance to this, but understand if I called out some of the features and you're like, yeah, I have those, and those are dominant on my face, I noticed that on my face right away, know that those styles of exercise are essentially calling your, calling your name. And the more you engage those, the more you are going to be engaging the principle of yang sheng. What that translates to is life nourishment. What your face carries is a signpost for what you should be living. So if you do this, and you take these key points that I've discussed today and loosely apply it to your life, you're going to have a direction in terms of how to exercise, what's best for you. And moreover, it keeps things interesting. I will say this, everybody needs to exercise. If you want optimal longevity, I don't care who you are and what you're doing, you will need to exercise. And so depending on your features, you want to allocate energy into these different styles of exercise. But in theory, we should all be touching all of these styles of exercise in some capacity. But if your features are dominant in a couple key elements, you're going to want to focus on those styles of exercise and let the other styles be a bit more supplemental. So if you have questions or comments, please put them down below. And as always, thanks for your time.